Hey guys, what is going on? Welcome back to my Robinhood portfolio. As always, hope you guys had a fantastic day of trading today. And again, want to thank you guys for the support on the channel. If you like the content, if you like the video series, feel free to like, share, and if you're so inclined, subscribe to the channel. And if you are a subscriber, make sure to hit that bell button to get updates and alerts on all new content posted on the channel. Today, just want to kind of talk about the two stocks I talked about yesterday, Verizon, VZ, as well as AT&T. Both had ex-dividend dates today. Both have very nice dividend yields. AT&T, ticker symbol T, 4.538, as well as Verizon, ticker symbol VZ, 4.281. I went ahead and decided to pick up some shares of Verizon. You can see that limit buy and a market buy there as well. Wasn't quite sure if I could pick up 90 shares, but I was able to do that. 89 at 49.85. Had a little bit extra cash left over. Went ahead and bought another share at 49.84, so picked up 90 shares. And you can see here, there was a little bit of a downturn in the price of the stock, 0.26%. That's really what spurred the investment here. Really, end of the day, just a few pennies off what I bought the stock for, so not too concerned about that. Tomorrow, the stock price will drop by the dividend. Again, this has a nice dividend yield here, 4.281%. So automatically, the stock price will drop tomorrow on the ex-dividend day, and during that ex-dividend day you can sell off at any time. There's been a few comments in the comment threads talking about if I was for sure confident that the ex-dividend date you can sell off on that particular date. You did not have to buy 2 or 3 days prior to that. I think there was one viewer, India Boy 23 I believe was the user on that particular question. And no, all you need to do is buy the day or week or month before the ex-dividend date. As long as you hold the stock at the start of trading on the ex-dividend date, you can qualify for that dividend. So for this particular stock, VZ, the ex-dividend date is tomorrow, 10/6. So really, all you need to do is hold the stock at the beginning of trading tomorrow morning. So you could have literally bought this stock, for example, right here, 3:55 before the market closed. Hold it until tomorrow. During trading tomorrow, including pre-market trading, you are now eligible for that dividend. You can sell off at any time, so you can essentially hold this for less than a minute. You could buy 30 seconds before into trading here, and then tomorrow you can essentially sell right after the market opens, and you still qualify for that dividend. So it's not about the amount of time you hold a particular stock. It's simply ex-dividend date is when the dividend goes from the buyer to the seller. For example, if I were to buy the stock tomorrow, I would not get the dividend. The seller would get that dividend. So that's the cutoff there between the buyer and the seller. I'm just kind of using the stock here as a representation of today and tomorrow. So today, the seller has the dividend. Tomorrow, the buyer is now owning the stock, but the seller still has that dividend because the seller had it before the ex-dividend date. If you buy on or after the ex-dividend date, you do not get the dividend. The prior owner gets that dividend, if that makes sense. Hope that makes sense. I put out quite a few videos. Please refer back to my other videos talking a little bit more in depthly about what all the different dividend dates mean, the record date, ex-dividend date, when the stock is actually paid to an investor. Very, very important dates, all of those dates. There's also a date that the dividend is declared. Typically, that's about a month or two before the ex-dividend date. The record date is always 2 to 3 days after, actually 2 days after the ex-dividend date. So essentially the company knows at that point who is the rightful owner of the stock, who gets the dividend. But again, if you were to buy the stock the day before the ex-dividend date, on the ex-dividend date, you can sell off anytime, whether that's 2 seconds after the market opens or right before the market closes, or really thereafter, you still get that dividend. And then the dividend will not show up in your account for maybe a couple of weeks, and it's not paid until the 1st of November, as I discussed in that last video. So you do not get this dividend immediately credited to your account. It will not show up tomorrow, for example. It may take a couple weeks to show up. Each stock's a little bit different that I've found anyway. But you will get that dividend if you buy anytime before the ex-dividend date, and then you hold on the beginning of trading on the ex-dividend date. So essentially you'd have to hold it today. Tomorrow you can sell off and still get that dividend. So hope that makes sense. Again, I've put out quite a few videos talking about the ex-dividend date and exactly how you can qualify for a dividend. I think it's a little bit more complicated with the time aspect. The time aspect is simply for tax considerations. If you hold the stock for a certain amount of time, you get a lower tax rate at the end of the year during tax time. Otherwise, it really doesn't matter with regards to who gets the dividend. If you hold it on the day of trading, the start of trading on the ex-dividend date, you will get the dividend. You can sell off thereafter. If you buy on that date, you will not get the dividend. And again, you can buy on the day prior, 30 seconds before, or at the beginning of trading, or a week ahead of time, a month ahead of time. It really doesn't matter. The important part is that you need to hold that stock at the beginning of trading on the ex-dividend date. So I hope that makes sense. I think I've reinforced that enough here in this video. But really, that's all you need to do. It's not a time commitment or anything like that. The other thing I want to talk about in this video is another trade that I did this past week here. I also put a video out about that as well. L Brands, LB. Let's kind of go back and see if we can find this stock here. Kind of an up and down pattern here. I had the opportunity to sell off. You can see on the bottom here. Went ahead and bought $836.80 worth of shares. 20 shares here at $41.84. And a very nice little swing trade. Was kind of developing today. I was almost going to sell off here. At one point, it was up almost 5% before coming back down in after hours trading here. I'm going to be holding this swing trade for a little bit longer term. As some of you noted the other day, it did kind of dip down here. Was going to put a little bit more money in. I was actually going to put an order in at 39. If it got below 40, I was going to put an order in. Didn't quite get down that deep. But looks like this stock might be a very good swing trade moving forward here. I'm not committed to this stock for longer term. I do think there is some potential. You can see over the last 1 month, it's up almost 12%. Over the last 3 months, it's down, as well as the last year, it's down 38% or so. I think this stock still has a lot of room to gather some momentum and start rebounding here. This stock has a number of popular brands, including Victoria's Secrets, a very well-known brand, a lot of loyal customers. So I don't think this stock is going to trend down any further than it is. And if it does, I think it will rebound. It's simply a matter of how long do I want to hold on to this particular stock. You can see here that dramatic rise in the price of the stock here, 2015, before pulling back at one point here down sub $40 level, 36, 37, before trending back up here again. I'm probably looking to sell off around $50 or $60. That'd be a very, very nice little swing trade. But again, that's something that is still developing and something I'm still setting up. So hope you guys jumped in, grabbed some shares of AT&T and Verizon. I went ahead and bought $4,000 or so of Verizon. Going to be doing a dividend capture swing trade with that. If the stock does trend up tomorrow after it's automatically reduced for the dividend, I'm going to sell off, get the dividend, and then put that capital into another swing trade setup. If LB continues to trend down here, I'm going to put more money in as well. I like this as a swing trade. A little bit more risky play, but I think over the long term, even if I can't get out of the stock within the next week or so, I think this is still a nice little longer term swing trade. So that's what I'm doing with my portfolio. Let me know what you guys think about the Verizon dividend capture swing trade as well as this LB swing trade here. Are you guys doing similar things? Are there other stocks you guys are doing this with? Always interested to kind of see what you guys are doing with your portfolios as well. So yeah, not to make the video too long, I'll kind of end it here. As always, if you guys enjoy my videos, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. And if you are a subscriber, make sure to hit that bell button to get updates on all new content posted on the channel. And yeah, kind of with that, I'll end the video, and we'll see you guys next time.